Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new here, I'm Travis, and I garden in Louisville, Kentucky, Zone 7B, I think we are now. And I wanted to do a real quick mid-June garden tour. You might remember in the last video I picked up this crepe myrtle. I just love the dark foliage. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that. I've got a lot of dark foliage in my gardens. And I had this a few different places. I had it over there in that back corner, and was thinking about it over there. But I really like the way it looked here, kind of centered with the front window, and of course I love the dark foliage with the white brick. So anyway, I got that planted. Need to get out here and cut back the catmint. It is way past its prime. And of course, the usual weeds I can never keep up with. Blue Victoria Salvia. Or this one might be Mystic Spires. Usually an annual, but I have about 30% of mine come back, make it through the winter. So we got spireas, and again with that dark foliage with the barberries. Limelight hydrangeas back there. As we approach 4th of July, well, they should be just about in full bloom around the 4th of July. Also, if you're new, I am in the process of painting my brick of my house. Got to get up there and get that point there, but I've just been taking my time with it. Don't want to get stressed or overdo it, and I'm doing this by hand, so never knew it was going to take so much paint. And my mortar sits back far than normal, so I really have to get in there with the brushing. But anyway, so if you're new, it used to be an orange house with blue shutters, and I'm taking it white, and I'm going to eventually get black shutters and a new black door. But I'm happy with it. Out here in the circle garden, I got out here with the weed eater and cleaned up and reshaped it a bit. We got Russian sage, one of my favorite perennials. And these are the blue salvias that I grew from seed. So they are taking off. And yesterday I popped in some, they're not coming up yet, but I did pop in some Mexican sunflower. I had those in here before in the center. Those are like a bright neon orange sunflower. They will attract the pollinators, the bees, and hummingbirds. Over here, I think these are something strawberry daylilies. I love these. I would like to get some more of them and just fill in this hole in the second layer. The first layer here is the lamb's ear, and then behind that I would like to just fill this whole border in with those daylilies. Annabelle hydrangeas, limelight hydrangeas. You can tell which ones, the limelights that were planted first. These 4, and then these 2 were planted later. So still got quite a bit to get if I plan on making this a hedge across there. purple flower here is, love this plant, Lollipop verbena. Very airy, and it's a see-through plant. You can still see other things behind it. I love how it moves in the wind. White coneflower. I think these are probably my favorite coneflowers, the white ones. These come back every year for me. Got a little bee there. Nosferatu daylily is a must. Got some of those throughout the garden. And of course these big yellow daylilies. These started out with just a few clumps from my grandma's garden. And through the years I've divided them and put them here, there, and everywhere. So one day, eventually, this will all be filled in garden, and I won't have to worry about grass and weeds and all that. This was the side of the house that I started yesterday. Got a lot more to go, but for the most part, the front is finished. Like I said, I'm not gonna overdo it. Going at my pace. It'll be there, right? I really like that color of daylily there. So I did not get my annuals that I usually put out, the blue salvia and marigolds, in this front landscape border. I got to the garden center that I always go to a little bit too late this year, and they were just wiped out. They hardly had anything. Everybody's been out this weekend. My neighbor has really been working a lot yesterday and today, cleaning up her limbs and stuff. So I got like 10 bags of this rustic pine bark. I really like this mulch, and of course you can see how far only 10 bags got me. Two things that don't go very far is mulch and paint. I do use the cardboard as a weed barrier. It will break down and allow other nutrients from grass clippings, mulch, chopped up leaves. The cardboard will break down with it and feed the soil. Again, if I use plastic, that stuff wouldn't break down and get into the soil and make nice soil. Just a little tip. Russian sage looking good over here. Again with that dark foliage with the elderberry. The white stuff on the hibiscus is 7 dust. That will keep the Japanese beetles and other bugs from hopefully putting a bunch of holes in the leaves. Another one of my favorite plants here is the Gaura, dark pink Gaura. This hibiscus has started to bloom. I believe this one is Blushing Bride. Limelight Prime is putting on its buds. This Russian sage is looking a little a little rough. That was a transplant. I dug that up and moved it over here. And then another swoop of the dark pink Gara. I think I'm going to continue that all along this border as time goes on. I am a gardener on a budget, so I've got to do little bits at a time, but I think it's come a long way, being its second year. It's just its second year, this garden is. Alright, Limelight, not Limelight, I'm sorry. I think this is Fire and Ice hydrangea. In full bloom now, just about. For some reason, these dahlias come back every year. I don't know, since they're by the house or whatever, if it keeps it warmer through the winter. But they come back every year. In my zone, you usually have to dig those up. Incredible hydrangea. Now this rose I dug up as well. This is that climbing rose. That's the deep red. Looks a little rough. We'll see. But if it does make it, I'm going to have it grow up the house there. Andina. So we got zinnias here and the triangle garden. I guess these are the short variety. I have never seen zinnias not, usually zinnias for me are a lot taller than this. Of course, keeping the primitive theme going here. We got some tobacco sticks, a few terracotta pots, and that bird bath there. Antique sign, wash tubs. On this obelisk, I've got hyacinth bean vine. Those should get purple flowers on them in those purple pods. This was one of my birthday gifts. Got this at the Rusty Rooster. And here I've got that Generous Gardener climbing rose. It's just its first year, so. But it'll be covered in those pale pink blooms, which I think will be nice with the black garage. Here's where I placed that new potting shed sign. And for some patriotic decor, got a flag there. And my bunting over here. I'm getting ahead of myself. These are, I think I've lost the tag to them, but I just love these. I did find these at the garden center. Love that fuchsia color. And this is blew my mind. Here's the tag. Evolvulus. And I still need to find something for the center. Maybe a grass or something. that's the container, the wash tub container this year. I did the bunting over here. And just stuck some red geraniums in this bucket. And that is the new chair I got last weekend at Glendale. Alright, I think my battery is going to die soon, so I'm going to try to do the backyard a little quickly. I did drape some red, white, and blue lights across the fence. So if this video ends, guys, without me saying goodbye, I want to thank you so much for taking your time to look at my gardens. And I hope you have a great week ahead. It is prime time for Gladius. Now this garden bed turned out way warmer than I wanted it to. I was going to go with cool colors, pastels, and blue, but ended up with a lot of yellow, red, and orange in here. Oh well. So I might work on this garden soon. I might even move this elderberry. Someone said they do better with a little more shade. It's not lost its leaves yet, but I think midsummer last year it was looking rough. Spiderwort spent just about. I'm letting the columbine go to seed. Those 4 limelights that we put in over here are looking good. And this is St. Valentine's daylily. Bright red. A volunteer mullein plant that I just can't pull out yet. Hostas. And here's where we moved that Nandina that was out front. Put that back here. Got to be careful with Nandina. They are kind of invasive, and they will start little babies all around them. And they are really heavy. We had to spray all the mud and dirt off the roots just to drag this little thing back here. Again, that is Nandina. I got another one, huge one over here, and you can see what I mean. I'll show you right here just how they those are little shoots and babies. So be careful where you plant Nandina. Love that blue. Alright, y'all. That is about it on what is blooming and going on in the garden right now. So again, thank you for watching this video. If you like this content and want to follow along, please hit the subscribe button. It's totally free. I would love to have you guys part of my little YouTube family here. There's some impatiens that I still have to, I need to get some dirt and get those planted. we'll walk back up around this way, and that'll be the end of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful week ahead. Stay safe, be kind, and take care, friends.